D2 most even. I honestly believe that as long as your tactics are down, you can win either team very, very easily.
Definitely.
And we are going to have that knife round going off. Lubishmir is all that remains. He has picked up 1, 2, 3, in fact, I think. It's now going to be down to Pika. If he pulls this one off, it's going to be something truly special.
I think he's making up for lost time.
Yeah, exactly. Those DCs and putting everyone through the ringer on his team. He's trying to make up for, and then some. Oh, he did just miss a couple ones there. I don't think he could have got any closer. There we go. He picks it up with Lubishmir,
I think
ninja.
Yeah, he is a ninja. Oh, I almost hit Ninja. Hang on. What? How much did he get? 1, 2, 3,
4, I
anyone?
think.
Yeah, but who got the other one then? Or was it a team kill?
Let's see.
I'm missing a knife. You got Pika taking down Paradox.
Oh no, he got all 5. So he got an ace and a 1v4.
Right. Oh yeah, he did as well. Yeah. Right. Strong knifing there from Lugo.
Knife Master reporting in there. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have the attack assumed from Refuse, and of course TCM therefore will be on the defense. And how do you see the players kind of operating the defense? And you're mentioning about attack with Paradox taking in CAF, etc. But for defense, how do you think TCM are going to approach this one?
Scope on B, Paradox. I think King on B, but that's a maybe because I know that Lubishmir likes to rush it. So they're either gonna have Lubishmir rushing it or King there, or both, if they're gonna go absolutely crazy. And if they go both, then they're probably gonna have Paradox around Spawn House. And the rest on A. Might have one between mid shops, SMG.
Alright, well let's see how they approach this first round then, but I'm actually going to have a quick look from Refuse because they've got a couple nice spawns here, one of which, well, never mind me talking about Patrick G as he gets completely destroyed from Paradox with that scope. Wowzers, you're right about King, he's on B bomb site right now. George pushing aggressively through the front of A, gets rewarded there with the kill onto Hiffa. Pika is the only Dane to return fire, taking down King. And now Hitch in that mid area. He's going to try and make this as difficult as possible for Refuse. Here comes Guana, does pick up a nice kill onto Lubishmir. Can he get the second as well? Hail of gunfire being exchanged there. Hitch is going to try and chip in as well from the mid-shop area. And how is Guana not dead yet? He's been tagged. There we go. George finally finished things up onto him. And Champ is going to be the last remaining player from Link behind that car. Only a matter of time before he gets taken down. Surely going to get rushed from the side from Hitch. And that's going to be a quick 1-0 to TCM. But they seem to boss that mid. Hitch got into the mid building very quickly. And George with the AK-47 rushing over Garage to front of A.
Yeah, that's, you know, it's an aggressive strat. They like that. They like being aggressive. Because, you know, you have Paradox, one of the most aggressive scopes in the game. You know, on par with Climax in terms of aggressiveness. And you know, they got those new additions who obviously work well. I think King's really the one that's really static with them. So you know, they employ that to a really high standard, like I already said.
Oh, look at that from Lubishmir. As you're talking about aggression, he just rushes into A, picking up 2, looking for his third. Guana will take him out from the side though. And it looks like Guana actually managed to push his way all the way round from the side of Bins. Now going to pick up that bomb, going back to A again, going to go for the full plant. Pika getting tagged up heavily. On the front of A of all places, actually. And he's got a player behind him. He's got a player ahead of him in mid-shops. In fact, make that 2. He has picked up the kill onto Hitch. Going to get the second with his Eagle. Oh, would have been so good if he'd managed to land that one. But as it stands right now, King will return fire onto Pika. Bomb is down, though. 28 seconds.
He's playing this. Never mind. Okay. No, I didn't say anything. Go ahead.
He's going to the top of Overlook, so obviously he planted the bomb. He knows exactly where this is going down. This is a prime position. TCM are going to know what to expect. King is going to open up here. Nice kill from Guana, but Paradox has came off that bomb. Going to go for the defuse once again, hiding in the corpse of his fallen teammate. Can Guana pick this one up? I don't think he has a clue what's going on. It's going to be a defuse from Paradox. Some way, somehow, he planted the bomb to defend. And Paradox manages to get the defuse off.
Yeah, that was really lucky. But the reason I thought I was going to draw attention to it was because I thought if he had pushed around to main, he would have probably won it. Because that was a really good move by him. Wow! Champ, did he just get a plus 10 smoke back?
I think so. Yeah, both of the kill feed came up very quickly. And yeah, that's going to be 2 incredibly quick kills for Champ, and that's going to open up A nicely for Refuse, as Paradox has tried his best to go in there, all guns blazing, gets 1 kill, instantly down. King, last remaining player, has 3 to find. Did pick up the first onto Pika, but with that bomb down and 1v3, don't fancy his chances too much. 30 seconds to make something extraordinary happen, and it's not going to be the case. As Champ on the green cart just outside of front 8 will pick that one up with ease, and that's going to be a quick 2-1.
I'm showing my mystical prowess once more, as I figured out if Hiffer and Patrick don't really perform, they're going to struggle, and it's they just put a run on the board, and Hiffer and Patrick aren't doing great, so well done me. Pat on the back, silver star, everything. Gold star even. So yeah, I mean, apart from me being terrible at predicting, it's interesting to see how Goanna is playing, because I thought, well, I know that he had some really hard times with teams, but he's playing really well now.
I'm not sure if you're following that, either of you, Lee or Erox, but Patrick has got a blinder of a headshot there onto the bins. That was a snap reaction and a half, and he has managed to bring us back to a 3v3. Never mind that, though, because George is going to go back onto Hiffer. Champ from Overlook is going to pick up that kill, and really all TCM need to do right now is lock in their positions deep. They've got nice coverage. George in mid shops. Luberschmidt is looking kind of prowling between front of 8 and Calf. And Refuse in all kinds of trouble here if TCM just keep it chilled. Champ still an Overlook. And where is Patrick G? Looks like they may be half thinking about a re-rotate, but they don't have the time to play with. In fact, Patrick is going to be going into mid-shops. If he gets killed, in fact, never mind that. If he gets killed, it's round over. This Champ just fell to the AK of George. Here comes Patrick round the corner. Can he pick up this kill? Yes, he can. He's got 18 seconds to go. How will Lubishmir play this one out? Is he just going to time out Patrick, or is he going to go for the kill? Going to run head-to-head here. Flash comes out from Lubishmir. Flashes himself as well. Patrick has 7 seconds to play with, and he's not going to get that one. But I thought Lubishmir may do the kind of smart play there and just pull back and time Patrick out. He was really playing with fire.
That's definitely the confidence of Lubo factoring in there. He knew he was going to win it, so he's not going to back down.
He kind of hot flashed himself there, but he still went out. So yeah,
that was a tactic.
Yeah, a tactic. I'll flash myself just to show how good I am and still pick up the kill. So
exactly.
In that sense, it worked to charm Lubishmir.
Now it's like his model animation would show him flash, and then it would confuse his opponent.
Patrick would think, "Oh, I've got this," and suddenly he's dead. But he has gone down first. So basically, just an exchange of kills here. 3-3. Bomb is down again. TCM seem to let that bomb go down on A quite easily. Even in those kind of 3v3 situations, they're still losing A. Hitch is coming back though. So maybe opting and feeling that they can retake A quite comfortably. So it's going to be that 2v2. Patrick is camping behind one of the small walls. Going to poke up right now. Does open up. Doesn't manage to land any kills whatsoever. Or tags for that matter. Is going to try once again. Both of Refuse's positions are known to TCM. Not going to matter a great deal as Patrick has picked up one. Make that 2. And it's now 3-2 on the scoreboard. Still to TCM though.
And this is Patrick, man. This is what TCM had to be wary of. Patrick firing on all cylinders, and it looked like he's finally going to do that right now. Although he has not anymore, but you have to watch him next round. He has some weird fascination with some random bounce that does nothing at all, but he keeps doing it.
Just a habit, I guess. As George is going to get taken down. Hit with his second kill. Such aggressive play. He's got the bomb and an AK, and he's first into A. And again, I have to say that A bomb site is so comfortable for Refuse to take. Maybe TCM need to think again about this defense there. As Patrick is going to go down from Paradox with the SMG from mid shops. Now going to be pushing in towards Overlook, Underlook. King will return fire onto Hiffer. Oh, it would have been special. Would have definitely been special, but Champ was actually pulling back towards the stairs. Is going to preemptively shoot around that corner, expecting Paradox to be there. Would have been correct in that assumption, but Paradox did wait, bided his time, waited for the opportune moment to strike, and he did just that. 4-2.
Yeah, I can't fault Reviews because they played it well. It's just that TCM has just better individual players at the moment.
Well, I think the only weakness that I can really well, I'm not even sure you can call it a weakness. It's just one thing that I've noticed that A is definitely ripe for the taking for Refuse, but TCM still managed to grind these rounds out, so you can't really knock them for that. And it looks like Refuse may be starting to push this B instead, as Pika is round all by himself, throws the up and over grenade. It does tag, but not frag. He's going to be pretty miffed about that one, as I was expecting a kill to come up there on the kill feed, but he is going to come around the corner regardless, and on the second chance of asking, still doesn't get it. King will get the upper hand. And suddenly, Hiffa is all that remains for Refuse. He's got that bomb once again, does pick up the first onto Lubberschmidt, who was on the calf, now looking behind him, was completely correct to do so, as that's Paradox. So he has uncanny game sense, but it's not going to make a difference.
Oh my god.
As his head is ripped off his shoulders from Paradox 5-2.
If this was LAN, Paradox's face would be so reminiscent of the troll face, and he would go like, "You mad, bro?" Patrick spent he pumped 12 bullets into the wall trying to get him, then figured, okay, he's not there, while Paradox is just chilling in the corner, and he just kept missing him just about every time, and he just ran into his AK and killed him. Oh god.
So Paradox with the troll, and Pika with the kill onto Hitch with the SMG. Again, Refuse taking this A very comfortably. Paradox has been dropped this round from Patrick. Pika taking point on Statue. That bomb is going to be planted any second now from Hiffa. Maybe some grenades coming in. I just switched over to King to see Patrick G get fully airborne from top of flowers. He actually got down there. So kind of unfortunate for him. 3v3 situation, 35 seconds remaining on that timer. King has spotted a player at the top of Overlook. Going to try and flush that player out. It's going to be Champ here. And Champ having a quick look-see towards A. If he just looks out, he's going to catch himself George. He does get that kill. Another player to his left-hand side. It's going to be King. Both AK-47s trying their best, but both failing. And it's going to be the 5-3.
Did you see where they planted?
I didn't, actually.
Okay. Now, I was wondering, because Champ was in Overlook, which confused me because they already lost a round from Overlook, so why would you go there again? But I think they didn't even plan for him. So why was he still there?
I guess he was just there from before and just felt that maybe he could provide some Overwatch kind of support for the rest of his team. And then suddenly there was 2 or 3 players rushing him, and he just opted to stay. But in this round, 2 players have been dropped there. Hiffa is in underlook, looking towards mid shops. He does get tagged up a few times from that vicinity, and is just going to pull himself back. Has spotted a player once again. 3v3. How many times have we said that tonight? Here comes Lubberschmidt, but he is going to get down there, opening up a nice gap for A, and I'm not too sure why he would push through. He's the only A defender, and losing him, TCM have basically lost all control of that A bomb site. George will be going back onto Guana, so very quickly trying to retake the statue. Bomb is down in a 2v2. It's going to be George and also Paradox against just Patrick, as Hiffa did just feel the force of the AK. Patrick from the side with 1. Can he get the second? It's a battle of the scopes. 30 seconds to go. Is Paradox going to go for the full defuse? Patrick is still trying to wallbang, coming down with his Deagle, but he has to reload. SMG v Deagle, and SMG will take that one. And Paradox will get the defuse on top of everything else to take it to a 6-3. But another very, very close round between these two.
Yeah, but TCM love retaking. I mean, it's what happened for 9 rounds already. They just retake. That's the only thing they do.
Yeah, it's really strange to me because they lose A really quickly, but then they're over front A in Garage in a heartbeat. So it's almost as though they lose A, but then they still get on statue so quickly afterwards. It's impressive to see, actually. As yeah, again, look at this. Refuse, surprise, are in front A, but there's George on the front A as well. He has been down from Hiffa, and Pika is going to make short work of Paradox. And once again, it's one of those close-knit situations for both teams. 3v2. It got a 2v2. This Champ was on the road to recovery, but Hitch will headshot him down. Pika has spotted a player on double palms. I think that's going to be Hitch. Yes, it will. Hitch does land the grenade onto Patrick, but Pika straight back on for 2 rounds in a row. It's going to come down to that duel to the death between 2 players. Pika has the bomb. Is he going to go for the plant? Or maybe the fake? It's going to be the fake. He's got the bling deeg credited to his name. I think King just caught a glimpse there of Pika, and he definitely saw him jumping across the B. Yes, he did. Now going to be using this jump towards Garage and peering across. He can hear Pika just running backwards and forwards.
This is so wow. If this works for him, that's one of the best amounts of game sense I've ever seen in my life.
He's just like re-rotated 4 times in a row, just
Yeah, no,
faking out.
he ran to B, drawing King's attention. Then he ran back, trying to make him believe that he went A. Then he went back to B again, and now he went back to A again, and now he planted B. This is brilliant. This is absolute brilliance.
King, his head's spinning so much he's nearly falling over. He has no idea what just happened to him. And Pika must be feeling pretty good right now. Bomb down, has a positioning as well. And he's just going to camp on those stairs. And yes, King is going to be coming to him any second now. But Pika's going to go towards the top of B house. That could be the slight bit of luck that works in King's favour. Although Pika is now going to peek around this corner. He has seen King, and King, so unfortunate, was looking towards the arches and the entrance of B.
I'm trying to press my caps lock button and clap at the same. Yeah, sort of like that. Because that was fantastic by Pika. That was brilliant. Wow. I can't even say anything about that, so I'm not going to bother. That is amazing.
It was just that the amount of re-rotates had King wondering just exactly what the hell was going on. And it's in that confusion that he just decided to push B. But here we go. In the 11th round, Hiffa has been down from Paradox. And Pika will go on to Lubishmi. What did you see?
Patter is so mad. He jumped out of calf trying to get on the bomb, and he got stuck on the palm tree.
Oh dear me. Well, that could prove to be vital for TCM here, as they do find themselves a player up. Paradox is still looking at that bomb site, actually. I don't think he realises that neither of the refused players is still there. He has now realised as Guana has been down. Pika returns fire onto Paradox. And Pika is all that remains of the Danes right now. He's got the bomb, he's got an SMG, and he's on the bins, but he is encircled from 2 very capable AK players. King has his eyes trained on double palms, and George hasn't moved much, just looking down towards a bomb site. Pika is trying his best to do something to pick up one of these kills. He's now going to opt, okay, screw it, I'm just going to rush, but he gets stuck on the lamppost, and King is going to pick that one up. So big enemy of the Danish refuse that round was getting stuck. 7-4, the scoreline. TCM looking strong.
Yeah, I think TCM's going to be very happy with the score. I mean, we've seen from backlot, I mean, okay, well, it didn't go exactly in their favour, but they're generally a more attacking team. So they're going to go into attack confident, and if they're going to go in with a lead, 7-5, 8-4, that's just fantastic. That's just dandy for them.
Yeah, and of course they did go into backlot at 8-4 ahead, but you know, Lubishmi then had internet issues. Thankfully, he hasn't had any since then, and TCM will be hoping that remains the case. Guana is going to throw the up and over grenade towards single palm, not going to land on anything. There are 2 players in the calf though. He's going to come in confrontation very shortly if he starts to push in there. Lubishmi, perfect timing, pokes around that corner, picks up one, gets the second as well onto Patrick. Champ is switching between 2 targets, and Lubishmi gets his hat-trick of kills in around as many seconds, and that's going to be the GH. 8-4, and Paradox on 15.
Yeah, that's straight up next-gen tactics there, chewing calf. That's seriously, that's next-gen. I would like to paint for our viewers a mental picture. Actually, not a mental picture, because that would be too disturbing. I want you guys to know that I'm sitting here without a fan on, because if I would have my fan on, you'd hear that in my mic, and it's ridiculously hot here, and I'm almost dying. So I hope how much you guys know, appreciate how much effort I'm putting in not dying or dehydrating right now.
Likewise, exactly the same here actually. I've been casting for like 5 hours, so my throat's killing me actually as well. But yeah,
you want me to take over?
We're both sweaty Aerox.
Yeah, we are. We could rub our sweat. Never mind. I'm not going to finish that.
Probably for the best, dude. Probably for the best.
Right.
Well,
but you want me to take over for a bit so you can.
Oh, it's okay. It's not what I was trying to say, but if you want to take a few rounds, go for it.
Alright then, let's go. I'm going to pick things up with Paradox. Let's go with him. He has that bomb, has that scope. Always a great source for entertainment, because you never know what kind of random flicks you can expect. So 30 seconds in, and there's the first 15 seconds in actually. Pico opens things up onto George with the SMG, and let's switch to an SMG. Let's go with. It's Lubishmi who's playing this safe. That's all. I didn't figure that. So another thingy down the drain. Prediction down the drain. Let's go with Champ. Champ's in good position now as Paradox tries to get that flick across the map, or across B anyway. It's a very static defense from Refuse here, but actually I'm gonna switch to Pika. Let's switch to Pika and stay with him for a bit because he's in a really good spot now. As he's gonna flash out if he gets that frag onto Hitch. There's Paradox, obviously, with the Deagle. I'm being spammed on xfire. It's amazing. And oh, Paradox again onto Guana, and what was a refused round suddenly turned on its head. And now it's all to Patter and Champ as Paradox dashes across to try to get that bomb down on A. 3 TCM players on the A bomb. Patrick trying to get that pick, doesn't manage to do it, so the bomb is down, and this is such bad news for Refuse. They're going to be scratching their head, going like, well, how did we just lose that? As Patrick spots one in Overlook, won't manage to get that frag. Let's go to the guy in Overlook, it's King. As shots come towards, barreling towards his way. Hasn't managed to find that frag so far. Doesn't manage to spot someone. He's playing this so safe. It's Paradox though onto Champ, and now it's all onto Patter, who gets dropped by King's AK. And yeah, you know, okay, so it's Luba who's going to play it safe on A, but you know, you see how much they enjoy attacking.
Yeah, and Paradox on 18 kills right now. Nearest player to either team is on 11. That's going to be Guana and George. But let's carry on the action here. As Refuse, as you said, very stacked defense. No one was really trying to push an envelope anywhere. Just pretty much by and large sitting in deep and waiting for TCM to come to them. Oh, nice shot there from Paradox onto Patrick. The two scopes seeing each other for a couple seconds there. He's looking for a second. He seems to feel there is a player behind that bin area on the left-hand side. And that would be completely correct. It's Champ. Gets his head absolutely destroyed. And that's going to be the 5v1 now. Guana all by himself. Is on statue. Not for long. King's going to finish that off. Team Ace coming out and Paradox drops the 20 bomb.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. I don't think they're going to get back from this. Although, then again, maybe Lubishmir pings again, you know, you never know.
Well, please, please don't. I hope he doesn't ping again, but it's always one of those possibilities. Very similar situation to Backlot. It was 11-4 when Lubba started to have his problems. And Refuse did manage to capitalise on that, but maybe not going to happen twice. Lightning does not strike twice here as Hitch is going to pick up 2. George back onto Champ. Suddenly 4v1 is on the cards. Patrick G now finds himself up against it. Tries a nice little no-scope round the corner. Does pick up the frag with the Deagle onto Hitch. The bomb is down. King top of Overlook. George front of A. And finally Paradox is in the grill of Patrick with the SMG on the A bins. Now pulled back towards the camp spot. Is going to come around with the SMG. Doesn't manage to finish that one off and switches weapons to a scope. Honestly feel if the SMG was still up there, Paradox would have secured that kill. But Patrick now coming around the corner is going to get down finally, and the 11-4 scoreline comes up. And I'm alongside you, Eric. I think this is game, set, and match.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Paradox because he just shot through Paradox, which was really unlucky for him. Because I don't think he would have run around, but no, he would have had a better shot than on a 1v3 if he killed him. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I can't see them winning this. I'd like for them to, but nah, can't see it happen.
Oh yeah, would love them to come back from this position. I'm always a fan of the underdog, but unfortunately they are against a very solid team here in TCM. Hiffa has picked up a kill. George back onto Champ, and George and King have just seemed to pick up vital frags all night long. George has moved himself to 17, so he's having a blunder of a second half thus far. Pika is going to return fire onto Hitch. George, once again, surprise, surprise, is going to make use of the AK. And another kill onto Patrick. What about that for pre-fire? And that's going to be 12-4. I'm not sure if he knew. That was weird.
No, I would say that was weird, and it looked pretty weird, but I mean, George is he's just a good player. I've seen him play quite a few times. I've always been impressed by him. I just didn't know if I was going to be able to replicate that form in a great team, but you know he is, and so is Hitch. So TCM definitely have to be happy with the lineup they've procured.
Oh, I absolutely 100% think he's legit, but that was I think that was maybe just kind of guesstimate, you know, in the kind of position where he killed the previous player. He thought, okay, the likelihood is that someone's going to be pushing around from A-bin, so I'll fire here. And it just so happened that Patrick was standing there at the right time. Either way, 3v3, Champ and Guana are going to chime together here. Patrick onto Lubishmir, and this is going to have to be another one hell of a comeback from the Danes. 12-4, 8 consecutive rounds needed. One more than the previous map of Backlot, but they did manage to pull that one off, albeit with a bit of help from DCs. But Champ is going to finish this one off, so game is still on. but very, very unlikely a refuse to take this one.
Oh, definitely. By the way, did I ever send you that clip of me on strike 2v1?
No.
Okay, I'll send it to you after game.
Okay.
You'll like it, I reckon. It's pretty much the same situation as King. I think it was King who did that pre-fight just did. But yeah, last round potentially I'll just take it because I'm talking right now. And Hitler going absolutely massive, but there is Hitch with a team kill though. So oh, there's Hitch again. He doesn't even care about killing his teammate. He just shoots everything he can see. Guanado onto Lubishman. It's on to Hitch now. If he gets this, he'll get 5 frags. One of them was a team kill, so 4 frags. But Hitch, the new addition, can he do it? Can he make himself immortal in the TCM ranks? No, he can, as Guana comes up there. 12-6. Interesting. 12-6. I thought I would have closed it down by now, but maybe they're just taking the foot off the pedal for a bit, just chill out for a bit, thinking they've already won it.
Yeah, some teams do have a problem getting over that finish line, but I wouldn't expect TCM to be one of them, especially as they have picked up 2 quick kills. Hiffer back though onto George. Guana with a ballsy push through the smoke into mid shops, and he hasn't been taken out that. But there is a player coming to his right-hand side. He can hear some footsteps, but I don't think he's going to be expecting to be pushed anytime soon. Oh my god, so unfortunate from King. He didn't check the one area of mid shops that proved to be so vital that peak is all that remains. That's going to be the GG. 13-6. So we had a very long first map and a relatively short second map, with TCM taking their 3rd victory in Group A of EMS. Interesting game to say the least there, Aerox.
Yeah, definitely, and I especially like how, because I'm gonna go ahead and